been a while since I've given you an update on where we are in our planning at Fish Lake Bible Church as we deal with the COVID-19 situation, and been receiving some questions, and we've been discussing as a leadership where we are in relationship to the governor's new orders, which restrict the size of indoor gatherings. And as in past executive orders, those contain a exemption to religious organizations for gathering for worship. And in researching the CDC's guidelines for religious organizations as we deal with the situation, we are trying to follow those and work in that direction. So just sending out a reminder that when we gather together, we are encouraging you to both consider wearing masks, not for your own benefit necessarily, but for others. We are encouraging you to wash your hands, use the hand sanitizing stations that are available, and we're encouraging you to keep in mind that we are there for a specific purpose when we gather. And so some of the other things that are normally a part of our just having a lot of time to spend together and fellowship, those are important to us, and we want to continue to allow for that. And we also want to have you understand that we're most concerned about glorifying God, sharing His Word, and caring for the body. And so as we work together to do those things, we're going to continue to move forward, and we'll continue to provide the safest environment that's possible, and continue to focus on the purpose that we gather, and that's for the worship of God. Some people have asked a question about Romans 13 and following the instruction of those who are in authority over us, and we feel as leadership that we're attempting to do that. I want to clarify as the pastor of the church that primarily the authority over us is God. This is the Church of Jesus Christ. He's the head. There is a distinction in Scripture between the responsibilities of government and the responsibilities of the church. We've honored those in our country. They're provided for in our Constitution. Believe that the Scriptures are primary authority, that as far as our nation goes, our Constitution is the document that guides the responsibilities and roles of government. And so we've been seeking wisdom and direction in how we honor what we believe first from the Scriptures, and also how we function in the American location that God's put us in a way that glorifies Him and allows us to accomplish the purpose and mission of the church. And so we're going to continue to move forward. We'll continue to make decisions about what's best as far as some activities and schedule additions. We hope to be able to continue to move forward. The goal is to continue to see things open up and add more of our ministries to the schedule, but we'll take those day by day. For now, we have our Life Application Hour classes at 9:30 on Sunday mornings, and we have our worship service at 10:45. We've been doing special activities on Sunday during our regular service time. We're going to continue to notify you of those, add those as we go forward. Next Sunday night, we'll be having a special class on stewardship that starts, and want to have you be aware of what's coming up, and as we add things to the schedule, pray that the Lord would give us wisdom as leadership, and that there'd be some clear direction regarding where we are as a state as we move forward. And just a reminder to really be in prayer this week as the election process unfolding. Our primaries are this week. I encourage you to exercise your responsibility and stewardship as a citizen. Get out and vote, and make your Christian convictions your primary guide in that. And we're so thankful for the church family, so thankful for the opportunity to be back together and enjoy the worship as we have been doing. And I wanted to let you know that that's going to continue. But we're also going to ask you to be careful and be sensitive to the needs of others. And as far as I know, we've had some people who've been sick during this time over the last few months as we face this. No one has tested positive, to my knowledge, for COVID-19 in our church family, but we have had people with symptoms. And again, our guidelines state very clearly, if you're not feeling well, if you're running a fever, if you have any of the symptoms that could possibly relate to COVID-19, we ask you to stay home. We ask that you take care of yourself and keep us informed of where your health stands so that we can minister to you and help you in any way possible. But that's our direction, and we're going to continue to work with that and encourage you to stay well and pray, and remember that we're not called to fear, but to love and power and a strong mind. And ask you to engage all three of those as we continue to serve God together.